Alright, it is May 31st. I am back on the trail. Today is Wednesday. I hiked all day Saturday and then got picked up in Harper's Ferry and spent Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with my wife and family and friends, and my wife drove me up this morning. Got to Harper's around noon, got on trail about 12:30 this afternoon, and it's what time it is now? It's 3 o'clock now. I'm about 7.5 miles in for the day, and a little update of what's going on. My shin started to hurt me really bad the last couple of days of hiking before getting off the trail in Harper's Ferry. I think I just pushed myself too hard, and I ended up getting shin splints, which is pretty painful, but I actually walked like 50 some miles with it hurting pretty bad the last couple days of hiking. So the past few days being off the trail, I've been trying to stay off my feet, ice it as much as possible, and I got a little compression thing for my lower leg, which seems to be helping some. I still feel the pain. I feel a little pain in it now. It's nowhere near as bad as it was when I was getting off the trail. So, and I'm not doing with so many miles a day. I think I'm gonna do somewhere around 16 or 17 miles today, and just kind of get off my feet as soon as I can when I get into camp, and maybe elevate it. So that's really my first injury of the trail, while being out here. So hopefully I keep moving along, and even if I can't do 20 and 25 and 30 mile days, if I can just do 15 a day until it heals back up, I'm fine with that, because it's all about just making it to the end. So if I've got to slowly do that, that's fine. But anyway, had a really good time being off. I got to see a lot of family and friends, a couple cookouts, and it was really nice. It's been weird hiking without Buzz, Ounce, or Little Bear. Buzz is quite a bit up the trail. He is said he's trying to get into Boiling Springs tonight. I just messaged back and forth with him a little bit, and then Ounce is right up ahead, so I may be able to hook up with Ounce this evening and stay with him. Hey guys, how y'all doing? So if I can meet up with Ounce this evening. He left Harper's Ferry sometime today. So I saw another hiker at the Appalachian Trail Conservancy in Harper's Ferry before I left, and he said that he was talking to Ounce this morning in town. So I think Ounce is just up. Actually, I know Ounce is just up ahead of me. I messaged him, and he said he was initially going to go a little further than what I'm trying to do today, but I messaged him and asked him if he would hang back a little bit and stay at one of the places a little shy of where he was trying to go. I'd meet up with him. And if he doesn't, if I know Ounce, he will sleep in tomorrow, because that's what he wanted to do every single morning that we got up early and left anyway. So if that's the case, I'll just, if I don't see him this evening, I will just get up early and head on and see if I can catch him that way. So anyway, that's an update. I will hopefully And oh, also I am going to be getting back off the trail next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. My wife Susan is going to be picking me up and in Pennsylvania, and we're going to go to her dad's river house, and we're going to Susan's sister's flying in from Texas, and a bunch of other family and friends are going to be there. So I haven't seen a lot of those guys in years, so I'm really excited to see them. So we're going to spend some time with more family for a few days as well. So I'm going to be hiking for a week and then jumping back off for a few days and then getting back on. So hopefully when Buzz gets to the Pennsylvania-New Jersey line, he takes off about a week as well, and then that way me, Buzz, Ounce, and maybe Little Bear, nobody even knows where he's at, so maybe him, I don't know, we'll hook back up and keep going north. But that's just a quick update about what's been going on, and next time there's something video worthy, you'll see it. So today's June 2nd. It is the 60th day on the trail for me, and I am in Pennsylvania at the Caledonia State Park. And I didn't do a video yesterday, but me and the fellas here, we hiked. There's Ounce. This is Action Jackson.
I'm Action Jackson.
And Boo Boo. And the four of us hiked together yesterday, and we did around 23 miles, I think it was, and got into Penmar Park. And we, even though they had a list of rules like nobody's business, you couldn't do anything there. I'm pretty sure, I don't even think you could drink milk there in the park. It was pretty ridiculous.
Boo Boo pointed that out.
Yeah, and. But so we there was obviously no camping there, but we stayed there anyway, and it was beautiful. We saw the sunset. It was really nice. We hung out and relaxed because we got there kind of early. It was a good time, and we got up early this morning, and before we knew it, we were 5 miles in by like 8:30, and looked on the guidebook and saw that there was the town of Fayetteville. 18 miles in for the total of the day, so we hiked 13 more miles and hitched a, oh no, we didn't hitch a ride. What did we do? We walked a little under half a mile to a restaurant, and we had some really good food and milkshakes, and me and Boo Boo walked back to this state park to find a place to camp while Ounce and Action Jackson got a hitch in and got some beers, and we got a bunch of PBRs, and we came back. We all met back up here at the park and sat by the creek at a really nice little area, drank a bunch of beers, and now we are waiting for our pizza arrival because we ordered pizza, and we're right on the side of the road, if you can't tell, because there's cars, motorcycles, and everything else going by. But we're awaiting the arrival of our pizza. So the last few days hanging out with these guys has been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun. I miss Ounce. I miss Buzz.
Ounce is right here.
Ounce is right here. I miss Buzz. Buzz is up ahead. We're gonna meet back up with him at Delaware Water Gap, but it's just different without hiking without him. And we've been hiking. I've been hiking with him for, well, Ounce and I've been hiking with him for a long time, like 900 miles. So it's
So anyway, it's going to be a good reunion when we meet back up. But Boo Boo and Action Jackson have been amazing hikers. They're awesome, cool, super cool to hang out with. I really hope that we are all together to the end, at least for a really long time. So good day. Yesterday was good. Sorry I didn't update, but everything's great on the trail.
All right, today is June the 3rd. Today is my 2-month on the trail anniversary. Woo! Me and Ounce are about 10 miles in for the day, really somewhere close to that. And it is only 10:30, so that is good. We are only going 20 miles today. And big day today. We're gonna hit the midpoint of the entire trail today. So that should be coming up in a few hours. And we'll also hit the 1100 mile mark. So pretty cool. Today is actually even bigger day. So also we get into Pine Grove, and where there's the half-gallon challenge, where thru hikers choose their half-gallon of ice cream and see who can eat it the fastest. I'm not necessarily trying to race anybody, but I do have a competitive side in me, so I'm sure we'll probably end up racing Ounce and a couple of the other guys we've been hiking with, Boo Boo and Action Jackson. So we'll see how that works out. So I'm excited for that. You couldn't ask for a more beautiful morning so far. Ounce and I were talking about it just a little while ago. I mean, the temperature is probably in the mid-60s this morning. A very slight breeze, sunny, blue skies. All of the mountain laurel has been flowering, so it's been these really beautiful white flowers. Other flowers blooming throughout the woods, and it's been really nice. So the last few days has been great. We've had fantastic weather. There's been, during the day or the evening, there's been small little restaurants or delis that have been an easy hitch or a walk. So we've gone into town and eaten real food instead of just what we take out here to cook. So that's been nice. And I mean, just to give you an example, I mean, I left Harper's Ferry on Wednesday with 4 days worth of food, and I still think I have like 3 days worth of food. And I've been on the trail for now 4 days. So we've just been eating at restaurants when we get to them. So so it's been pretty neat. We are coming up on this shelter where we're going to do an early lunch because we were midway on the miles. And since we were walking up on there, I'll give you a view. That's what a pretty typical shelter looks like. That's actually a really nice one. And actually, this is a really nice one. So we will eat lunch in here, and then go the extra 10 miles. Man, it's really nice in there, huh? Look at that. Man, this one will sleep a lot.
It's like a hostel.
Pretty nice. All right, so today is June 4th. It is about 11:15, and me, Ounce, and Pineapple back there, we are already 18 miles in for the day at 11:15. So we got up at 5:30 this morning, and we didn't get up at 5:30. We got on trail by 5:30, and we've been pushing really hard, and we're getting into Boiling Springs. We have about 2 miles to go until we get to the town of Boiling Springs, Pennsylvania, where we have to go to the outfitter and get a couple things. I need some more fuel for my stove, and I think Ounce needs a couple things, and then there's a tavern there, and everyone knows what's at the taverns, so we'll have a few pints of whatever they have there and some lunch. And Ounce, since Ounce is from Pennsylvania, he's got a buddy that actually lives really close to Boiling Springs, so he's going to meet us here in town, and we're going to sit there at the tavern for a little while with his buddy and relax a little bit, since we'll have done 20 miles by noon at that point, and then we may push another 8 or so miles to the road crossing that goes into Carlisle, and either stay in Carlisle or somewhere around there, or Ounce's buddy may put us up for the evening in his house and give us a ride back to the trail first thing in the morning. So that's an update on today. You can see now that we have gotten kind of out of that mountain ridge, and I think the next like 15 or so miles, 15 or 18 miles, is just through the Cumberland Valley. So from one mountain ridge to the other, and it's just flat farmland. So I've kind of been looking forward to this, not just because it's flat, but just because I think you just walk through people's farmland and stuff. You just go down like cornfields and different things like that. So it should be pretty cool. Definitely way different than just being in the rocky sections of the mountains and things like that. So really neat. I have really enjoyed Pennsylvania so far. A lot of really cool towns that you can get into and have some town food, and the terrain has been pretty level compared to everything else that we've gone through. So it's been pretty nice. I've enjoyed it. And we crossed mile 1100 yesterday, and I think by tomorrow we'll be around mile 1150, and I'll actually be getting back off the trail to spend some time with my wife after that. So things are going great. All right, today is June the 5th. It is day 64 on the trail, and got kind of a late start this morning. It's about 10:30. I'm a little over 8 miles in for the day. A great day yesterday. Did the 20 miles into Boiling Springs by noon, and then Ounce's buddy met us and took us to lunch, and then we relaxed for a couple more hours, and then we started hiking again and got another 7 or 8 miles in. So really cool. Really nice to be able to get up early and start hiking, get a bunch of miles in, and then be able to rest and still get in a 28 mile day. So it was a good day. We ended up staying at Ounce's buddy's house. His mom was super generous to open her doors to, I mean, she knew Ounce because her son went to school with Ounce, but she also took in me and the other guy we were hiking with, Pineapple, and she cooked us hamburgers and spaghetti, and opened up her pool, so we got in the pool for a little bit, and it was nice. And got up this morning, had some coffee, and Buzz, Ounce's buddy took us to McDonald's, and we got some food and started on the trail, so a little after 8 o'clock. So today, only have about 18 miles to do to get into Duncannon, Pennsylvania, and that'll be at around mile marker 1150 for the whole trail so far. So moving on along, we're kind of coming to an end of the really flat spot in Pennsylvania and starting to do some climbing now back up the other ridge. So we just came through, or I just finished coming through the Cumberland Valley, which has been really neat. A lot of fields like this, cornfields, wheat fields, a lot of farmland to come through. But it's been relatively flat for like 14 miles now, and it's been nice. But so I'll get into Duncannon this afternoon, and I'm gonna stay at the famous Doyle Hotel, which is supposed to be like this really rundown, like old hotel. I'm actually pretty excited to stay there. You can get a double room, so I'm gonna share a room with Ounce. And this road crossing, okay. I'm gonna share a room with Ounce. I think the total bill is like $37, so pretty cheap. But so here's the trail I'm going down. Pretty neat little field and everything. So anyway, that is an update on what's been going on the last day, and excited to get into town this evening and relax. I think there's a couple things to do in Duncannon this evening, and then just, you know, little stores and stuff. And I think somewhere along the day there's some type of Appalachian Trail Conservancy Center or something, so it's kind of fun to go into those too. So so anyway, then tomorrow morning, late morning, my wife Susan is driving from Richmond, Virginia to Duncannon. It's like a 4-hour drive, so she's gonna leave early and pick me up at the Doyle Hotel in Duncannon, and then I will be off until Saturday morning. So, and today is Monday, so that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I'll have off, and we're going to her dad's river house, where Susan's sister is flying in from Texas, and some other family and friends will be there. So it's going to be really nice to again see my wife for a few more days before she flies back to Italy and I keep walking, and also the friends and family. So it's going to be a really good time and a nice time to you know, rest my legs and everything. Also, I think I'd mentioned before on the videos that my shin, I had shin splints, and I do not wish shin splints on anyone. I had never had shin splints before. I had heard that it's pretty excruciating pain, and it's pretty bad. I have been walking with shin splints for a week, and I'm sure the doctor would tell me not to do. Actually, the doctor told me not to do this, but of course I'm stubborn and did it anyway. He told me to stay off my feet for at least a week, and instead I am walking 20 to 25 miles a day. So they have taken a little while to heal, but since I've gotten back on the trail this past Wednesday, they've steadily gotten better and better every day. So now I haven't had, I'm 8 or 9 miles in for the day, and I haven't had any pain whatsoever in my shin today. And I know it sounds even, I don't know, maybe it doesn't sound strange, but it seems strange. It hurts when I walk on level, solid ground more than if I'm climbing or descending mountains. So I think it's just that jar on hard, asphalt or like a sidewalk that really hurts it. But I'm doing better. I feel better. I feel more rejuvenated. A couple weeks ago, I was starting to get down to the dumps. It was raining on us every day, and it was literally just 12 hours of head down, walking in the mud and rain, day after day after day after day. And it starts to make you wonder what the hell you're doing out here. And then you end up meeting up with a couple good people, or some good things happen, like going to a town and but have a good meal and a couple beers or something, and just kind of picks your spirits up. It's little things that you come to appreciate out here. Yesterday, I was just sitting there with my feet dangling in this lady's in-ground pool, drinking one of her Modelo beers, and the grill's going and burgers are flaring up, and I'm like just sitting there like, this is amazing. It's just, a few hours before you can be sweating and hating that you're out here or something of that nature, and then a couple hours later, there you are, somebody's picked you up off the trail and doing some really kind gesture, and it just turns everything around. So it's crazy how the trail has such ups and downs, but I guess if you're walking for a couple thousand miles, you're going to have ups and downs. But anyway, Pennsylvania's also had more road crossings than anything so far. I think it has more road crossings than the Blue Ridge Parkway and Skyline Drive did in the Shenandoahs. Anyway, I will update later.